New Prism from Dusk Till Dawn comes with her own new version of Luminaris, which, let's be honest, it just isn't anywhere near as good as the OG version is. And much to the collective groans of the waifu fanboys though, that's a good thing. Auras and Angels weren't really meant to be played together in the same strategy. In CC, this isn't an issue, the LL system saw to that. But in Blitz, both versions are still legal. And New Prism with OG Luminaris, impressively disgusting. A huge shout out to our channel members for supporting what we do here. If you want to get involved with the channel and the Dice Commando community, please consider joining as a channel member. Remember, these videos are only possible with your support. You can show that support with a like, a subscribe, and by leaving us a comment and sharing your feedback. Community first, and go Commando. Hey there, my flesh and blood folks. Welcome back to Dice Commando and Go Again. A fabulous cast and happy Friday. Thanks for checking in. Today I'm talking the New Prism Advent of Thrones specifically because I am simultaneously impressed and horrified with her potential right now. And the driver is her ability to lean hard, and quite effectively into both strategies. Now let's be clear about something, she certainly has her drawbacks. At 16 health is legitimately a thing. Furthermore, poppers are, as always, a problem for her. Run up against the wrong hero, and things start getting messy. And if she can't land her heralds, that means no angels. Or does it now? Because see, with OG Luminaris, she gets to lean into both strategies. So New Prism on her own gets to go search out a Figment when she lands a herald attack. In conjunction with the Rapture chess piece, she not only gets the Figments into the arena effect, but can flip it, if she chooses to, of course. The natural counter for her playstyle is, or should I say would be, poppers, stopping those heralds from landing. Under normal circumstances, any such Spectre Oral she wants to play to help her in her goal, well, that's probably all she wrote for her turn, except, that's right, OG Luminaris. Now your instant aura can come in and swing, too. Advent of Thrones, of course, has access to all the traditional Prism stuffs. ALS for when you need it, the arguably OP Everfest Spectra auras, and of course a smattering of newly relevant Monarch 4-drop instant auras. But the big dog in the arena? Well, that's the one and only Genesis. Now, don't get me wrong, Genesis has always been a near-insane value play and staple for Prism. But with Advent of Thrones, this card is absolutely bonkers. As an instant, for 4, you can put Genesis into the arena, and at the start of your turn, you may put a card from your hand into your hero's soul. If it's an Illusionist card, create a Spectral Shield token, and if it's a light card, draw a card. And it, of course, has Spectra. So what that means is that you can put a herald into your soul from your hand, do the Prism thing, flip it if you want, poop out a Spectral Shield just for giggles, and draw a card to backfill. Oh yeah, and with OG Luminaris, it comes in swinging also. As such, this card is a must kill, but with Spectra, well that sucks now, don't it? Hope you're playing a wide deck, sucka. Returning to the playstyle choices, one thing I'm not super sold on yet is which handpiece to play. In the Aura build, I definitely think that the Wave of Reality seems like the better call. That said, I've seen a lot of folks lately running the Goliath Gauntlet for the Herald of Erudition plays. It's dirty, it hurts, and when you're spending all of your poppers to keep her off heralds and blocking the rest, lots of times you're just plain stuck without any armor left. And don't forget, of course, that while all the attention is obviously on the angels themselves, that the Figments have entered the arena effects. Herald of Protection and Herald of Erudition are especially hot, and remember they cost you effectively nothing to get out and into play. I do have to say that from my overall experience, once angels get flipped, it does, in a way at least, feel like a win-more scenario, because by the time you're heralding to pitch a yellow, coming with a few auras and then ending with a 2-cost attack, you've probably got the game in hand. All in all, with the absolute aggressive plays that I've seen Advent of Thrones pull off, I totally get why she's at 16 health. Now, that's clearly been enough to keep her in check. The results from Skirmish Season 7 likely indicate that, although, to be fair, she was relatively new at the time. But her ability to just ward up when it's needed and keep the auras coming with Go Again with OG Luminaris, it's pretty dirty. In fact, as compared to OG Prism, with Luminaris still legal, the only real thing you lose with her is A, the 4 health, and B, the ability to pitch to her to, yes, make a shield, but perhaps, more importantly, to get a yellow in your pitch zone. This does create another potential problem for her in that, at 16 health, she gets into blocking range faster, and she doesn't really want to be there. She wants to play offensively, and the Angel Ward isn't always the shield that it could be, because 1 pops it just as good as 4 does. So with everything in Fab, checks and balances, but right now I fear the potential of this little pair in the short-term format of Blitz. What I'm showing now is one of the versions that I've been playing around with as a method of learning her, so that I can better learn how to play into her. I've never claimed to be the best Prism player out there, and I'm always open and ready for your feedback. But if you're looking for a place to start, this is at least what I'm running now. What you notice out of the gate is how freaking fragile this deck really is. Your armor is functionally non-existent, not a huge boon to that 16 health. Let's of course not forget about Halo Illumination, which we actually talked about around the time that Advent was first spoiled. I'll link the video here. One thing that still boggles my mind is that the Luminaris kids aren't running, that's right kids, it's back, one of my favorite cards, Yellow Raging Onslaught. Why? Because you need poppers too, and this one satisfies a lot of what you want. Popper? Check. Blocks 3? Check. Pitches yellow? Check. The rest of the deck is really pretty straightforward. I'm only running 4 Figments, Erudition, Protection, Ravages, and Triumph. Of course, Triumph being good because it's the -1 when you need it as an instant, and Ravages because sometimes that one Arcane does what you need it to do. I do have 2 Angelic Wraths just for the over-the-top, but that can be a sideboard card. You will also notice I'm running 2 non-Heralds because they're just that good, and again, we're mixing strategies, Symbiosis, and of course, Phantasmal Mirage. Shimmers and Silvers is also in there because, hey, auras are a thing. And again, the rest of the deck is just pretty much good stuff. We are running CNC, 1 copy of Judgment, that's because Chane is a thing right now, and of course, Oasis in the sideboard. So are you one of the loyal fanboys who popped over to New Prism as she dropped out and been giving her a try? Let me know how it's been going for you below. Some of the decks I've seen out there are really, really awesome. I'm really impressed and really scared. So let me know how it's going for you. Maybe even get the conversation started below. Nothing else, folks. Go Commando.